Though Manson never physically participated in the murders, his influence was undeniable. He was eventually convicted of murder and conspiracy for directing his followers to commit these heinous acts. Manson spent the rest of his life in a prison, dying of cardiac arrest in 2017 at the age of 83, still serving time. The story of the Manson family is a chilling reminder of how charismatic figures can manipulate and control their followers, leading them down a path of unimaginable violence. It's both terrifying to see how Manson's twisted vision captivated his followers and drove them to commit such brutal acts. Commandments of God, a cult's deadly deception. The Commandments of God cult was founded in 1989 by Credonia Morinde and Joseph Kibweter. This cult preached the paramount importance of the Ten Commandments, attracting traditional believers with its strict adherence to these biblical laws. Members were so fearful of breaking a commandment that they avoided speaking, eating, or having sex. The cult's leaders prophesied that the world would end on December 31st, 1999, and demanded money and material possessions from their followers, promising salvation in return. When the apocalypse didn't occur, disillusioned members demanded their money back. Desperate to maintain control, the leaders set a new date for the end of the world, March 17th, 2000. On this day, the cult held a massive party at their compound, which tragically erupted in flames, killing everyone inside. Both founders mysteriously disappeared on the night of the massacre. The ensuing investigation by Ugandan authorities uncovered over 900 bodies, many of whom were either burned or poisoned across various properties owned by the cult. It was concluded that this was not a mass suicide, but a mass murder orchestrated to cover up the leaders' failed apocalyptic prophecies. The Commandments of God cult is a harrowing example of how fear and manipulation can lead to catastrophic outcomes. The tragedy underscores the dangers of blind faith and the extreme measures that cult leaders will take to maintain their grip on followers. The Children of God, a dark journey from evangelism to exploitation. The Children of God was founded by David Berg in 1968, beginning as a Christian evangelical movement. However, Berg soon began interpreting the Bible in his own way, leading the group down a path of unconventional and controversial practices. The Children of God embraced communal living, free love, and an emphasis on sexual freedom. Members used sex as a tool to recruit new followers, a practice infamously known as flirty fishing. At its peak, the group boasted tens of thousands of members, mostly young people drawn to the group's sexual openness. However, as the cult's practices became more widely known, they faced severe criticism and allegations of abuse and exploitation. In an attempt to shed its negative image, the cult underwent a series of internal reforms and rebranded itself as the Family International, TFI. With this new identity, TFI instituted rules to protect its younger members from exploitation, and the practice of flirty fishing was discontinued. Despite these changes, the group continues to promote an openness to sexuality, claiming to have an intimate relationship with Jesus Christ. The story of the Children of God is a chilling reminder of how easily charismatic leaders can manipulate religious teachings to exploit their followers. It is deeply troubling to see how the quest for spiritual enlightenment led so many young people into a life of exploitation and abuse. The Theill Kids, a cult's descent into madness. Roche Theriot established the Theill Kids in 1977 in Canada. Claiming divine authority, he convinced followers to quit their jobs and live with him in a commune, promising a life free of sin. What started as a seemingly united and peaceful community quickly turned into a nightmare. Instead of delivering salvation, Theriot subjected his followers to brutal rituals, including amputations and genital mutilation, which he believed were the only ways to purify the body and soul. Theriot's authoritarian grip tightened as he controlled every aspect of his followers' lives, demanding absolute obedience. By the 1980s, Authorities began investigating the cult after allegations of physical and psychological abuse, and even murder surfaced. These horrific claims led to Theriot's arrest and imprisonment in 1989. In 2011, justice took a grim turn when Theriot's cellmate, Matthew Gerard, stabbed and killed him in prison, admitting his crime to the guards immediately afterward. Gerard, already serving a life sentence, had nothing to lose. The story of the Theill Kids is a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked power and blind devotion. It's horrifying to think about the suffering inflicted on innocent people under the guise of spiritual purification. This dark chapter in history underscores the need for vigilance and skepticism towards those who claim divine authority. NXIVM, a dark journey from empowerment to exploitation. In 1998, Keith Raniere founded NXIVM, presenting it as a self-help organization designed to empower its members. The group grew rapidly, amassing 18,000 followers in North America alone. However, in 2017, members began to reveal the abusive practices hidden within the organization. Beneath NXIVM's surface was a secret society where women, believing they were joining a supportive sisterhood, were subjected to severe abuse by Raniere. He wielded his power and influence to psychologically manipulate and control members, convincing them that he possessed supernatural abilities to heal. The women were coerced into recruiting new members to reduce their own abuse, creating a pyramid of exploitation. New recruits were forced to provide naked photos for blackmail, ensuring their silence about the group's sinister activities. When the truth finally emerged, over a dozen women courageously testified in court against Raniere's brutal practices. Despite his conviction on multiple charges, Raniere showed no remorse for his actions. The NXIVM story is a chilling reminder of how easily manipulative leaders can exploit the desire for personal growth and empowerment. It's terrifying to see how a seemingly benign self-help group can mask such dark and abusive practices. This story highlights the importance of vigilance and critical thinking when joining organizations that promise extraordinary benefits. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss an update. Share this video with your friends and family to spread awareness about the dangers of manipulative organizations. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more gripping content.